Great, so we're getting close now. What you want to do is insert the camera back in again, just in here, and clip that one down onto the clip. You should feel it nice and firmly. And if the camera is raised like that, just get your pry tool out again and gently pry it up again, and just make sure it's in properly because it shouldn't be raised up like that at all. Then go through and just reattach all of these cables here as well. Now this is the cable that you bent before, and that needs to be in firmly. If it's not in firmly, that's the one that's going to get lifted up. And also place this cable here down as well. Very close now. Next up, just insert the wireless connector here, and now there are 5 screws, and you may find it easier to start with the long screw first. Just insert that there. Now you'll also probably find it easier if you just place the phone on the ground and do it. I use my hand to show you in the video, but in reality it's much easier just to place the phone on the ground when you're doing the repair, and that way it's nice and stable for when you're doing it. So I'll leave it as an example here. It's much easier to do it on the ground because you have 2 hands free to then use screws and that kind of thing as well, which, as you can see with the screws, sometimes you need. This one's obviously being a little bit fiddly today. Next up, get your metal cap here, place that over there, and insert those screws as well. Again, it's much easier with the phone on the ground, much harder to show you in the video, but that's what we're doing. Then one of the final things you'll need to do is insert your SIM card drawer, as well as your SIM card to get that back up and running again. And then when inserting the battery, just lift this little flap here, insert the battery, and remember this small little metal piece that we had before? That gets inserted just here, like that, and it should line up with the hole of that screw there. And then once that's in place, make sure it's aligned properly first. You can then clip down that battery clip, and that will hold things in place nicely. Lastly then, you want to get the screw for that clip and insert that screw just like so. As the final part to the process, you want to get your back piece, place it on there and slide it down to do it. And then lastly, you want to get your pentalobe screwdriver again and just reinsert these 2 bottom screws. Now, we're about to turn the phone on in a second, and when we do, if it doesn't work, I've got a bit of a guide as well around what you can do if your phone doesn't work once you've reassembled it. It's quite important.